Millsap had 17, Jokic 15 and 11. Moutier 21 on 8 of 10 shooting. OKC has lost 4 in a row, and they are 4 and 7. You see Anthony with his 28. Westbrook had 13, 7 and 5, just 6 of 22 shooting as Oklahoma City falls again. So how does this, Chuck, what's the theory? I mean, here you got this big three, and they're all scoring at least 20 a night, and your defensive numbers are top of the line. Why are you 4 and 7?
They don't have diversity. Like those three guys, they all score, but they can't say, well, you know what, I'm not getting shots. I'm going to play defense. I'm going to rebound, things like that. They just take their turns. They kind of just go in one at a time. You take some shots, you take some shots, you take some shots. You can't play like that. You take the shot that's available. You can't just like, hey, let me give Shaq, let him get his FGAs, let me get Kenny gonna get him, then Chuck. You shoot the ball when you're open, but there's got to be one dominant personality. I've said this before, and I hate to be redundant. I told you, when I got traded to Phoenix, Dan Martin's a hell of a player, him and Kevin Johnson. But this guy said to me, it's just been Kevin's and Dan's team. I said, well, till Chuck walked through the door. And Russell is the MVP. He's the best player. Those other guys got to follow. You shouldn't, like Shaq, when Shaq has always been a dominant personality, he don't have to, one of the reasons him and Kobe, when you're a great player, them other guys got to get on your back. You're not on anybody else's back, and they got to follow you. And Russell, from the first game we said, I said, this ain't going to work. This is not going to work. The MVP don't take no backseat to anybody. It's his team. He was already there, and those other guys got to follow, and they don't have an identity.
And to add on to that, in these last 4 losses, they've had 20 assists or less. Still got to move the ball. I agree. You just got to take the shot that's open. On any given night, somebody can have a lot of field goals, somebody cannot, but you just have to play the game. And I still see a lot of standing around. You don't see like.
But they're not. But see, Shaq. But the reason you see a lot of standing around, Paul George and Carmelo, have you ever seen them make standing jumpers? You go back, I bet you can probably count, if you went back and looked at their tape, they want the ball and they want to go one-on-one. They're not a guy like Kenny who's like, when Akeem kicks it out, he got it locked and loaded. They want the ball to make their move, to get in the rhythm.
Yeah, but when I look at the great teams like Golden State and San Antonio, they have movement. It's not just
but
get
then
the ball and hold. They got
Clay
movement. Guys can get easy baskets.
But Clay and Kevin Durant can wait on it and be locked and loaded. I will agree with Chuck.
But they also get easy baskets.
They get easy baskets. Yes. And this is where I was going to go, Shaq. I think playing with pace.
Remember that play in the game? Me and Kenny were sitting in the back. Russ was coming on a fast break. And what did Carmelo and Paul?
They both ran to the three-point line.
Instead of getting a layup.
Instead of getting a layup. And to me, which might sound the craziest of all, I think they have to take quicker shots. Because it's when you take quicker shots,
you get easier shots.
You get easier shots because when you play with it and you wait, then everyone stands and now you got guys waiting, lock and load, and that's not their game. But if I pitch it ahead to you and you take a quicker shot, the pace of the game quickens, and then you get better shots, and you start having the defense move differently. They are in a little bit of trouble.
OKC falling to 4 and 7. Denver, meantime, 7 and 5. Got a shout out here, and this is a longtime friend of ours. She was in sales at Turner for a long time, now working at Google. Sila Hananen is her name. She's from Finland, just a sweetheart, and I was stunned when I heard the news a couple months ago. I was in New York for a Coaches versus Cancer event, and she was there and told me this stunning news about being diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Never smoked a day in her life.
Wow.
She's a marathon runner. She's a triathlete, and it was just crushing. She has sent, because they have an effort going on to support her. Here are a couple of hats down here. This is Jaksa is how you pronounce that. Jaksa is a Finnish word meaning having the strength to endure. And so
we love you, girl.
She and all of her supporters wearing the hats, wearing the bracelets, and I've got some for the crew over here too. And you can see, go to myjimmyfundevent.org, and on the event search, hit Jaksa, Jaksaa, and if you are so moved in the fight against cancer that you'd like to help in that fight, we would certainly appreciate it. Here are some more hats. And we've got...
Ernie's breaking the fifth wall right now.
What? What do you mean?
People don't really know that exists where you're going.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Breaking the fifth wall right now.
But Sila, we love you, girl.
Yes, we do.
And keep fighting. We'll take a break, come back with a little more here on Inside the NBA, presented by Kia.
Yaksa.
Yaksa. Strength to endure. Love that.